news comes first.
Crews continuing to make strides against the Waldo Canyon fire. Today, many were finally allowed home for the first time since evacuating.
And residents of one community inside the evacuation zone calling it forgotten. A neighborhood of some 50 homes apparently lost in the shuffle.
Plus an emotional gathering in Manitou Springs. We'll show you the tears and the cheers. Good evening, I'm Joe Dominguez.
And I'm Samantha Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. We first want to update you on the latest information on the Waldo Canyon fire. Another successful day for firefighters. Containment 45%. The fire has grown minimally to 17,659 acres.
Another encouraging sign, we're only getting forestry updates once a day now. The next one comes at 8 o'clock Monday morning. Highway 24 opened at 9 a.m. this morning for residents of Green Mountain Falls, Cascade, Chipeta Park, and Cristola. It was opened up to everyone else at 1 o'clock. The cost to fight this fire so far, $8.9 million. Thousands on the northwest side of Colorado Springs out of their homes since Tuesday will be able to go back beginning tonight.
Today, the city released the map that shows which areas are still under mandatory evacuation after 8 o'clock tonight. Now, that's mostly the Mountain Shadows residents that are only being allowed to visit their homes for the time being. You can see that map live right there. That means that Peregrine, Oak Valley Ranch, Shadow Glen areas, and those who live along Centennial Boulevard that remain out of their home now will be allowed to go back home starting at 8 p.m. tonight.
But the important thing is to get people back in their homes. And so with respect to Peregrine, Oak Valley, and portions of Mountain Shadows, we're in very good shape now from a gas perspective. Although the gas will be off, it's secure and safe. Okay.
We have a link to that map you just saw on our website, KRDO.com. Look under links we mentioned.
The lifting of evacuations did not mean an end to the frustration for all. In fact, one community in West Colorado Springs says they're feeling like the forgotten neighborhood. Matt Smith continues our team coverage from UCCS. Hi, Matt.
We're talking about that Centennial Hill Drive area, a small community of about 50 people, but they're just outside of the Mountain Shadows area, and when that burned, that area was actually perfectly fine. So the question that homeowners are posing tonight is, why weren't they afforded the same option to go inside their homes today as well?
Take what has happened here and use it in other places.
Can I go home now, please? He didn't feel it was much to ask. In fact, for David Skolnick, enough is enough. Fires forced Skolnick from his home on Tuesday, and while the fire was capable of swallowing hundreds of homes, his community, Centennial Hill Drive, has felt like an afterthought.
No, it was a terrible, terrible thing. But that doesn't change the fact that we're ready to go home.
Home. It's almost beginning to be a foreign concept for some. While Mountain Shadow homeowners began touring these ruins, roughly 50 homes in Centennial Hill Drive, a nearby community, hadn't heard anything about heading home as of Sunday morning.
If we're going to make any mistakes, we're going to err on the side of the caution.
Those in charge won't hesitate to say it. They're not in charge. Mother Nature is. And while from a distance these flames look tame, inside an inferno continues to burn, and firefighters are still working to battle it. For Skolnick, that wait has been infuriating.
When can we say that we're safe now? We know our neighborhood has not been touched by fire.
And one of the things that we noticed while we were talking about this fire is actually, if you take a look back here, you'll notice there's a lot of haze up on the mountain this afternoon, a sign that there are still battles to be fought up there. Rich Harvey told me that they are running at about $8.9 million for this so far, but per day, we're talking about a $1 million cost just to fight this fire. So that number continues to rise, and we want to keep in mind that they're hoping to have it 100% contained by the 16th, so still a lot more expenses to be accrued. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, I'm Matthew Smith, News Channel 13.
All right, thank you, Matt.